What's up guys, my name is Fran and once again welcome back. So it seems like the internet has pretty much gotten over the fact that Apple has completely betrayed us by taking away all the USBs and subjected us to the very expensive dongle life. Now if you aren't familiar with exactly what I'm talking about, I am referring to the 2016 and now 2017 MacBook Pro. Apple, instead of including USB ports, an SD card reader, and an HDMI port like the previous generation, decided to opt for just 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. Now don't get me wrong, Thunderbolt 3 is a very fast and versatile port. It doubles as a USB-C port and definitely does offer some lightning fast speeds when it comes to using Thunderbolt 3 devices. However, with the slow adaptation of USB-C/Thunderbolt 3 ports, as well as the millions and millions of devices out there that still use the classic USB-A port, I find myself continuously walking around with a pocket full of dongles and adapters. While sitting at my desk editing a video, I started to think to myself, what could be a clean remedy and solution to the dongle life? Now this isn't an issue that mankind hasn't tackled before, and that particular solution is going to be a docking station, in particular a Thunderbolt 3 docking station. And in this video we're going to be checking out the CalDigit docking station. Before we begin, I did want to mention one thing. The very nice people over at CalDigit were nice enough to send me this Thunderbolt 3 dock over for review. Now while this isn't my very first review sample offer, it is my very first product that I've actually accepted for review. Now the reason why I'm mentioning all this to you guys is I myself would not be reviewing anything on this channel that I personally wouldn't spend my own hard-earned money on. All thoughts and opinions about this product are mine and mine alone, are in no way, shape, or form influenced by the manufacturer or vendor that might send me a product in this video or in the future. So with that being said, let's get on with the video. The CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 dock retails for about $299. So what are you actually getting for that price tag? In the actual box itself, you're going to find a Thunderbolt 3 cable as well as the CalDigit power brick. And then you'll also find the CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 dock itself. Looking at the actual docking station itself, on the front of the device, you'll find a single USB 3.1 port as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack and a line-in jack. Swinging around the back of the unit, you will find 2 Esata ports, 2 USB 3.1 ports, a Gigabit Ethernet port, the power adapter port, and then you're going to find a display port that's capable of powering a single 4K monitor at 60 frames per second or 2 4K monitors at 60 frames per second, and finally 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports. Now one of these ports is specifically designated towards your computer as it's marked computer. This port is going to be providing power as well as input and output out of your assumed MacBook Pro, while the other Thunderbolt 3 port is going to be an input Thunderbolt 3 port. Now while you aren't actually gaining any Thunderbolt 3 ports here on the dock, you aren't exactly losing any either, so I guess you can say it's a pretty decent trade-off. As far as functionality and performance goes, it does exactly as advertised. The Thunderbolt 3 port is actually capable of powering my 15-inch MacBook Pro, so it can charge devices up to 85 watts. The attached display port was capable of actually powering my monitor at 4K resolutions with 60 Hz. Network speed tests did show that the Gigabit Ethernet port was in fact connected at 1 Gigabit Ethernet speeds and did also give me that same network performance. Now the CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 dock is not my very first Thunderbolt 3 dock. In fact, I actually also had the Elgato Thunderbolt 3 dock. But the thing I like about the CalDigit more than the Elgato is actually the form factor. I like how it sits upright on your desk and it actually looks more like an external hard drive. The form factor takes up less desk real estate and I think overall it does actually look better as well. And that's pretty much it. I mean, when it comes to the CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 docking station, everything seems to be working really well. It charges my MacBook Pro, it also gives me the ports that I needed, but obviously it's not perfect. If I had to nitpick, there are about 2 issues. I'm here editing this video and I did catch an error and I did want to correct myself. For the last couple of months, I've been testing out a ton of Thunderbolt 3 docks, and it seems like every single one of them gave me the exact same behavior. When it came down to disconnecting the dock from the computer and then reconnecting it again, it seems like it was hit or miss, and the only true real way for it to reconnect was actually to do a complete power cycle. Now I was under the assumption since 7 of these devices gave me the exact same issue, it had something to do with the actual MacBook Pro itself. But it turns out that it actually was a docking station, because it seems like the CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 dock doesn't exhibit the exact same behavior. So I just wanted to correct myself, and instead of saying there's 2 gripes I have with it, there's just 1. Okay, so let's get back to the video. And then issue number 2 would be, what's up with the Esata ports? I mean, Not to say they're completely obsolete, but in all honesty, I have absolutely no desire for Esata. In my personal opinion, I feel like they should have gotten rid of those ports and just opted for more USB 3.1 ports. Also, I wish they did throw an HDMI port. While DisplayPort is pretty common nowadays, I personally still use HDMI continuously in my everyday life, and maybe an HDMI 2.0 port instead of one of those Esata ports would have worked out a lot better. But that is going to wrap it up for this review of the CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 docking station. If you guys have any questions, do me a favor favor, leave them in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there, if you like this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot of really cool content coming up in the near future. Anyway guys, once again, my name is Fran. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.